Okay, we are now recording. We'll start this. This is Alex Poddoubnyi. He is an old bold pilot that has been with us in Oceanside for about 20 years. And we love this guy. He has got some amazing stories, and that's really what we're going to see. And it's just amazing. He is from the Ukraine and started flying in the 60s, and that's what we're going to see. Now, he was part of the Soviet Union. We all call him Russian, but he'll always correct us here that he is from the Ukraine, not Russia. So, at the time that he was doing his piloting, it was with Antonov. He actually had what we would call rock star fame and status, where he met Gorbachev in the Kremlin for his feats as a test pilot. This is kind of their medal of honor. Alex, is that correct? Is that way we would describe this medal?
Yeah, this is highest award possible for test pilot. Very prestigious, a lot of privilege belongs to this medal. This is medal given for 5 guys every second, 5 guys in 2 years. Same time for understanding. A hero of Soviet Union or Soviet Union was given 550 every year. So belong to this medal, a lot of privilege, like with taxpayer, free transportation, free vacation, free road to vacation, from vacation, and many other privilege.
Oh, that is fantastic. Now, the one thing is there was some sort of a special vodka that they only make for the Kremlin. And what did that taste like?
Oh, test is one of the best. I do not open yet. But I pick up a lot of information about this vodka. It was vodka produced the same facility. Is now it's called in Samara City. It's best vodka production factory. They all life produce vodka for member Politburo Communist Party. This is a small amount. A high quality winter red winter wheat. So I have in matryoshka. You know what is matryoshka? Inside bottle matryoshka. It's in this is I still have it. I can show you, but my video do not show. I can show this is this vodka.
And then also you ended up losing this medal when one of your suits went to Goodwill. That was.
It's my wife. Give my suit with my medal to Goodwill. That's
Oops.
True.
Yep. Okay.
But I have picture. I have marriage picture with this medal. Yeah, I have diploma, most important diploma, no medal.
Okay. Now, what's really amazing is he graduated pretty early, high school for even in Ukraine. Near the top of his class, he was already jumping into aviation sports right away. He was doing static line jumps, so he had more than 200 free falls. So this guy is out there with kind of one of those get out there early and enjoy life. He was flying gliders when he was 16, and then he was doing powered flight when he was 17 with a Yak 18, and this is a picture of a Yak 18. He was doing aerobatics and Yak 52. So I mean, this guy has really done some amazing stuff. So this is where he really had to make a decision. Then for me, I went to the right. Alex went to the left, and so he had to make a decision here, and he chose aviation. So anyway, then already by the time he was 19. He was already a champion in aerobatic flight, which opened the door for him to go to test pilot school. He went to the Kiev Institute for Aeronautical Engineering, and then started a 5-year program, and it was pretty elite. It was pretty tough to get into that program, wasn't it, Alex?
Yeah, it was big competition over there. You know, it's one guy accepted in 35 candidates.
Yeah, that's amazing. He did a kind of like a PhD thesis for electrical efficiency, completed that study, and then joined the Antonov Design Bureau. And he was their youngest engineer. Pretty sharp-looking guy, I think you guys would agree. And then with the roots of aviation and the Antonov, Oleg Antonov, he actually mixed it up with these guys at a pretty early age. And some of these guys were out of the Soviet aviation program that followed World War II. And all of their aviation programs were socialized then, so there wasn't tuition like what we have in the States today. And then he worked for Yakovlev, and actually Antonov worked for Yakovlev, so the Yak airplanes, stuff like that. Is there something you want to say about this part, Alex?
It's, Antonov was youngest designer glider in same age like you represent myself. When started war, Second War II, Antonov was sent into Yakovlev Design Bureau, help him. Yakovlev give for him, you know, order design glider that can carry tank, you know, to partisan, to different facility. He did design, and then after war, he worked in Novosibirsk, it's Central Siberia, on an aviation production facility, where is built Yakovlev family airplane for War II, you know, like Yakovlev 3. After war, you know, he get order from Ministry of Aviation Industry Design one plane like Antonov 2. He was successful design this airplane. They sent him from Novosibirsk, from Moscow to Kiev, because Kiev has production facilities that now occupied. They give for them this production aviation facility. It was started operating, you know, Antonov Design Bureau from 1947, approximately 48, 47. I don't remember exactly. So it was new design bureau, was very successful. General designer was Yakovlev. He started Antonov 2, Antonov 8, Antonov 10, Antonov 12, all up to Antonov 22, 25 at his life. No, Antonov 124 at his life. He passed away in 1984. His vice president Antonov Design Bureau, with last name Balabuyev, was designed Antonov 225 in 1988, based on Antonov 124. That's what is this about that I can add to Antonov. Antonov president, general designer Antonov Design Bureau. They're still living, working over there.
Now this is a monument to Antonov, correct? This
that's his monument, yeah, put in on facility in main territory in Kiev. We have two facilities, one in Kiev, one is a 21-kilometer test flight zone, the base.
Okay. And what year was this picture taken, Alex?
It's 1970.
Wow. Well, that's where we give him a lot of shit, just saying that all of them look alike to us. So this is our chance to you know, state our claim here. But anyway,
this is a group of people. This is a student test pilot school in Moscow.
yeah, looks pretty cold to me, sir.
Yeah, this was winter time.
So this is about the compensation for test pilots. And so do you want to describe this, Alex?
Okay, test pilot has, you know, 5 classes. First classes is toppers classes. After first classes, you know, no available any position. But fifth classes, 3, 4, or 5th classes depend from your result study, you know, in test pilot school. You get this is one of these classes, you know. On the right side, this is indicated salary, base salary without anything that you will pick up from flight test program. So this is guaranteed base salary in rubles. So this is what I finish with class number 3. I get 275 rubles. Then, you know, with a short period of time, every second year, I jump up if I perform some kind of work, accumulate the requirements, regulation, you know, I pass test in test pilot school, I jump to other classes. So I was test pilot first class. It was base salary of 360 rubles. I get this is first class, I believe 1978 or 1979. I don't remember exactly.
Pretty amazing. So somebody want to ask a question?
Yeah.
I think we don't want to go down that path. Can we wait till the end? Is that okay? You were asking about Ukraine, correct?
No.
I'm not picking up your audio. Can somebody tell me if they're hearing him? We're not getting your audio. Can somebody come back on and tell me, are you hearing me okay?
No, Gene, no, he's garbled.
But what about me?
He's
Oh,
garbled.
you're clear. You're
I
clear.
can hear you, Gene.
Okay, good.
Gene,
Sorry,
you're clear. Yeah. Gene, I have one question. When he was talking about the rubles, what's the exchange? For example, when he mentioned 300 rubles, what was
Okay.
that in
Its
US
rate
dollars?
was in that period of time when I walk over there in era Soviet Union. I do not pick up after crash Soviet Union. I approximately, you know, 1 month, 1 week before crash Soviet Union, I defected to United States. Its rate was 1 rubles equal $1 equal 0.67 cops, you know, less than a ruble. 0.67 rubles is equal $1.
Yeah, so this is, so I wanted to,
approximately $400 per month. But you have to understand it's a different level that period of time. Regular engineer in design bureau get 120 rubles. General designer get maximum salary 350 rubles. Plus
so,
some kind of bonus, you know, for a test pilot, whatever kind of flight perform. You know, they have 3 class dangerous, different 3 class payment for this is flight. They have for per kilometer flight. They have rate for per hour flight. Different rate for first takeoff, for dangerous flight, for stolen speed, recognize maximum diapason, minimum stolen speed. You know, this is equal like 5 first dangerous class flight. You know, you like this. You know, after first, if you lucky pick up, perform first takeoff on a new type of aircraft, you get 60% factory test program. It's a factory test program, approximately 50 flight. It's cost, for example, $1 million. So you get 60% for first flight.
yeah, so there was a lot of erosion of the ruble here.
I will explain.
Okay.
For example,
Yeah, we're losing your audio, Alex. Hope we don't have to restart this. Alex, we've lost your audio.
Can we see Alex?
No, he doesn't have his camera turned on.
Okay.
Sorry, we were losing your audio, Alex. I'll go ahead and continue here. So anticipating, TG, I anticipated your question here, and this was the exchange rate. And so inflation just kind of destroyed the value of the ruble. became less valued after the breakup of the Soviet Union in 91. So this is really to reflect Alex's lifestyle. I've got on the next slide, I've got kind of a picture of what his apartment was, but he was really living the life in the 80s. And this was a car, the equivalent to the Mercedes, the Soviet version of that called the Gaz. And then he had access to some special liqueurs that came from one of the stands, and very expensive caviar. He had some shotguns here, and he was meeting with, mixing up with some pretty powerful people back then in the 80s. And then this was the cost of that caviar for just a few ounces. So this stuff is pretty expensive. He had one of the upper floors of this Kiev apartment, not that far from the airport. So this is the Kiev airport on this upper left-hand side, and this apartment building here, which was pretty upscale for Kiev standards. And anyway, that's where he lived. Pretty amazing. Now this was one, I don't know, Alex, let me know when your audio is working again. But this was, he tells this story where he was near this particular airport, and he was on his first training mission in this style of helicopter. And Alex wore a composite helmet, but the instructor had a leather helmet. Well, the instructor wanted to divert to go to this one small lake near this particular spot to pick up a load of considered to be very valuable fish. But the instructor came in pretty fast and low over a lake, and the turbines injected a flock of ducks, and then it crashed. And the blade came around and decapitated his instructor, but Alex survived this one. So this particular Zhukovsky airport here, this Zhukovsky, is south and east of Moscow, not that far. So anyway, one of his war stories, but that was his first introduction into flying helicopters. And this is one of his diplomas here from graduating from training. You can jump in and let me know, Alex, if
It's test pilot school diploma.
Oh, good. Now tell us about this picture.
This is in center picture. This is General Designer Antonov. On right side from him, Chief Test Flight Base. On left hand side from him, this is his assistant.
Okay.
Left guy, this is Chief Department Test Flight Personnel and Maintenance on base. And right side, this is kids from Second World War II, immigrated from Spain. You know, he was assistant in average, you know, social equation. Second guy from right, Chief Test Flight Base.
And these are the guys you worked with.
Yeah, I work with everybody over here.
That's amazing. That's pretty impressive, Alex.
Yeah, this is Antonov 8 airplane, you know, previous Antonov 12.
Oh, okay.
First two turboprop airplane, 36 metric ton takeoff, maximum takeoff weight.
Okay. And then we can go straight here to Chernobyl incident. I think you were the second pilot over Chernobyl. Is that right?
No, this is, you know, when it's happened, it's on April 26th. On 26 April, we fly with general designer from military facility on the Volgograd, you know, approximately 2,000 kilometers from base in Russia, northeast part of Caspian Sea. So when we return, and we have day off because we come in, you know, late at 9 o'clock. And normally I on Friday going to hunter, you know, a hunter hobby. So I do not go because we late came, his store was closed. I cannot pick up traditional bottle of vodka, so I stay at home. I cannot go without vodka over there. So in Saturday morning, general designer calling me, catch me at home. I did mistake, answer on phone. He urgent calling me, came to base. What reason, I have no idea. So I came to base. At same time from Moscow bring aircraft scientists, nuclear scientists, physics, different kind of, who involved in design nuclear bomb connected to nuclear power station. So the group was approximately 10, 12 people, So they want to, this Saturday morning, I recognize secret information that happened at Chernobyl explosion, So we have one aircraft, Antonov 72P, which was designed for KGB, that has dosimeter. Dosimeter is an instrument that measures radiation. So they put lead plate on the floor, take this as people, if we fly over Chernobyl on Saturday morning. So we look what's happening. This was smoke from roof reactor block number 4 and number 3. If we see was something wrong over going on, our dosimeter, we fly minimum 500 meters is minimum safe altitude in our flight research zone. Irradiation was around 250 radian per hour. This is huge radiation for second day. Hello?
Yeah, you're doing great,
Yeah.
Alex.
This is pictures. This is pictures. This is what we saw. We take some photo correspondent from Ukraine. He make picture from open door. In 2 months he passed away. Pick up a lot of radiation.
Yeah, that's a sad story, but
Yeah.
pretty impressive, Alex. Now, this is one I get to tell because a lot of you probably attended the Air and Space flying that they had at Brown Field in 1988. I was working for General Dynamics then, and I had to go through a big security briefing at that time about all the KGB agents that were going to try to work us for, military secrets. That, of course, that never happened. But my wife and I went there, and we went through. Alex was the one that actually flew in the Antonov 124 at that time. It wasn't the 225.
No, it's one Antonov 124.
Yeah. So anyway, I remember that. Anybody else want to jump in and say if you went to Brown Field in '88 for that air show? Tommy, were you there? Anyway.
No,
Okay. Well, anyway, this was kind of a neat flight. This is one of Alex's early trips to the United States, where he had made a bunch of other trips as well. He was also, go ahead, Alex, you were involved in their space shuttle program.
Yeah, Antonov 225 was designed to carry Russian shuttle with name Buran. So first stage of program was, carry from point A to point B, Buran, from Baikonur to Moscow, where it was assembly. This is unit. Or second stage of program, if not crash, Soviet Union was, launch Buran from back of aircraft, pick up for 10, 12,000 meters, start engine, launch to space. Why? Idea was, avoid each launch from level land has 3 stages. First stage, most expensive, it once using, for with weight 65% total system weight. So it once using is very expensive. So they have idea, launch from airplane from any facility in any area. You can fly, launch, make a mountain on top of mountain, Uppergate Point, we started engine shuttle, launches to space. That's what I did, but never performed because crash Soviet Union. We have airplane, we have shuttle, but no finished program. So we converted 2 to 5 passing certification additional program using like cargo carrier, like Antonov 124. Antonov 124 is like C5, just a little bit better.
Excellent. So this is more about the 225 and the world record and all of stuff. But this is what you flew, Alex. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we flew 225. This is I first bring this aircraft to Antonov to United States. United States in Cold War was close for us in facility country. I never don't be in the United States, but I was many times in Vancouver, Canada. That was open for us. Maybe I 10 times was over there. The first time Antonov 225 bring to Vancouver was in 1989. To United States, we bring 225 in 1990. This is for air show at Boeing Field, then to Oklahoma City, then where is else? Whatever first flight was, 225 bring this is aircraft over here for any air show, as well as Antonov 124 for different show. So this is indicated this aircraft installing world record with 5 tanks. Each tank has weight 50 tons, so they put 5 tanks in body inside. It was weight 250 tons. If they fly from Kiev to Odessa, from Odessa to Kiev, and establish for one flight many records, But it was without me. It's my friend did this. It's Galunenko Alexander.
Now, the one thing is people will be amazed at, there was only one of these ever built, right?
Yeah. The second no finish sitting in assembly facility without avionics.
And so this, where is this picture on the left, Alex?
This is museum. Antonov Design Bureau has museum. This is all fleet aircraft that was designed Antonov Design Bureau.
4 декабря 1982 года опытный Ан-124, созданный киевским ОКБ Олега Антонова, вырулил на взлетную полосу заводского аэродрома в Святошино. Едва в низкой облачности появился просвет, самолет начал разбег. В тот знаменательный день
Yeah, that's a great shot.
This is Antonov 124, 24 December 1982. This I participate in first takeoff Antonov 124. Antonov 124 is like C5.
Yep.
This is picture at Boeing Field. This 225 I bring to Boeing Field. They did, special. Do you hear my? I have same camera that make our picture. I have over here a new picture 8 feet with wide.
Okay.
You cannot see my.
Yeah, we don't see your camera,
Okay.
Alex. Yeah.
So I have museum a little bit behind me. Same camera. This is 1, 2, 4 boxes, big one put on land. They did panoramic, picture. It print, 8 feet wide. It maybe 3-inch height. This is what my first picture was 225 in the United States.
It's a great shot, Alex.
Yeah. This is Antonov 124. This is member crew first flight that we did. Yeah, on the right side over here.
Yep. That's you, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. And so anyway, in the 124, that's the one that we got to crawl through in at Brown Field, and that was pretty neat.
Yeah, this same aircraft, same type of aircraft.
Yep. And you flew the 22.
Antonov 22.
Yeah. Just really.
I have approximately 1,000 tower on this aircraft. As big as was cargo plane, was designed in 1964.
Yeah, that's really nice lines on that airplane. Pretty neat. And then so this picture now that was done, you signed this one, correct?
Correct. This is guy coming from Washington, D.C. He originally worked for, he said, 35 years for Boeing. And now he's retired, and now he make picture. He came to Old Bull Pilot in Oceanside to Dennis, to get my signature on a picture approximately, I don't know, 7 or 8 feet wide.
Wow.
He gave me present small copy of this pictures that I have behind me over here. Exchange for my signature on both languages, Russian and English.
I love that picture.
He bring back to Washington, D.C. I don't know where they use
We're doing good on time here. So this is about your defection. Do you want to talk about that? That's you and Helen.
Yeah, and one of them, I show in Oklahoma City. I meet, future my wife. I was divorced for 4 years, and this is on picture. You see my wife, So we married quietly with her, and time when I participate in war with, was contracted by U.S. government. He performed flight to Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, before war with Iraq, in period of war, after war, So after war, they left a lot of, put under fire all well around Kuwait. So we bring a lot. I did approximately around 30 flights from United States with fighter equipment and different team delivery to Kuwait. So in one of them I visit, she's supposed to live in Chicago. We married. Yeah, I tried joint with her, retire and moving to her, but government don't give me civilian passport. I have business passport. Yeah, I wait for 1 year. She already started to worry that something, wrong over there. Yeah, I don't have any choice that I must join with my wife. I defected in 1991 on 7 November. 7 November is day revolution Soviet Union was, day of Green Day. This day we bring from Spain and from French to yacht for Cup of America to San Diego. In San Diego, I request my crew, be quiet. I take one guy that for inspection in real condition. Once a year I did like instructor check flight. Second guy was ready, flew with me 1 month, was ready for captain. So I record for them, check flight and permission to allow him, second guy, be captain, on Antonov 124. I sign in logbook. He flew quietly from San Diego to Chicago. You let them, make noise, defect. They have to defend themselves. Inform Kiev that I defected. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
So 1 month, 1 week before crash Soviet Union, I was defected to United States.
Yep, and
30 years old.
yeah, we got some extra slides that we got to get through here, Alex.
Okay.
You started off in Chicago, but you started doing pretty well with real estate, and now you own more than 7 homes, and you own some property in Florida and stuff like that, correct?
Yeah, we have not just Florida, we have South America, in Mexico, in California, in Florida. Yeah, we have property, we have just 7 houses, plus a lot of land.
Yeah, this is
So
your
make money, big money I make, to sell a cargo plane from point A to point B worldwide. It's like broker, but independent.
Okay, I'm not here for till 9:30.
I know,
Right?
I just want
Till
you to know.
5. Thank you.
Too many people for that room.
Hello?
Okay, yeah, we got that. I muted him. Okay, so okay, so now you're living in Vista. This is your gorgeous home with a kind of a view of the ocean.
This is, I live in Bonzel, but it's close, it's 900 meters, 0.9 miles from Vista North border.
Yep. And now your AN-12 is actually parked in Kiev now, correct?
Yeah, now they perform bulletin, you know, or scheduled bulletin replace, you know, 25 years center plan and then the carriage, you know, fix it.
So from defector to living in Southern California in 7 years, that's pretty impressive, Alex. Yeah. So this is actually your picture, and I think he should be giving
This
us
is my
rides.
airplane.
I know, but you should be
Yeah.
giving us rides in this thing. I mean, if you really loved us, Alex, I think you would, you know, put us first. Have put some nice flight attendants in there and taking care of us. Where's your priorities, for crying out
Yeah,
loud?
it's like C-130, the same characteristic almost.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh, now here's a story with the Orion that landed in China. You were the one that
Yeah.
brokered that exchange. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. United States tried to send C-5 pickup, but Chinese government don't allow for them. So EP-3. So I did this project. I sent my aircraft Antonov 124 pickup. This is fuselage bring to Lockheed to Atlanta.
Yeah. Hey, Tommy, were the one talking about that last time? Were you aware of that? Tommy Head? Okay, maybe he's gone now. But there was maybe TG, you remember, we had one of our old pilots that was familiar with this story, or maybe that was at the QBs that had talked about that. Anyway, filling in some stories that.
What they did was the Navy, after they got the crew and the and I guess Alex got the fuselage out of China, out of that island.
Correct.
Then they went back and made some high-speed passes over the island to just to let them know that you know that everybody had been safely removed from the island, and the Navy pilots did a high-speed pass over the island.
Amazing story.
No, it
Alex?
was accident. This is EP-3 fly in monitoring, you know, coastal line China. China intercept this is flight, you know. Young pilot was, you know, like MiG-21 Chinese copy, you know. Approach very close, you know, it have contact touch, you know, one engine, you know, a little bit wings, you know. They do emergency flight on China territory, you know, closest airport available. That's what's happening. They try to take back, you know, airplane. Chinese don't allow bring C-5. So government coming to me, you know, why I did this is, you know, with Antonov 124.
So
there was
then,
a lot of TV camera in my home and different newspaper, you know, take interview, blah blah blah.
so we lost Alex 5 years ago at Christmas time, and 4 years ago, and he was off to the Ukraine for a big reunion. And this is Alex here, second from the left. And I guess this was a big event, correct, with the media?
Yeah, it was a big event, you know. It was, you know, the big expensive preparations. They tried to, for 35 years, reunion first member crew, to repeat first flights that we did, you know, 35 years ago. But it was snowy, storm 3 days, you know, they cleaned up runway. Filling with snow condition was the same day, you know, bad on Monday. I remember this was Monday. So we just did short flight, you know, maybe 3-4 minutes take off, you know, passing one pass landing. But it was, you know, recall all memory, you know, all feeling, you know, for after 35 years, you know, same aircraft almost, you know.
Yeah, and you getting
Yeah.
interviewed here by a reporter, correct?
This is main TV station in Ukraine. They take interview.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I know you had a great time. And I think you shared, figured this is you here at the controls, figure order up some, pull some G's on the people in the back. That's funny. And now this is you from your guys,
Russian Mercedes.
yeah, to a Mercedes, yeah, and in your
Yeah.
driveway there. This is your family, and on Helen's side,
This is, yeah.
yep, and your son Andrew, and now your son
Yeah.
Andrew is
My
a
grandson.
yeah, he's a CFI, correct?
Yeah, he is computer programmer, you know, instructor, private, whatever, you know.
Now
in,
he owns a
Carlsbad
172.
Airport, you know.
Now does he own one or two?
170,
Yeah, he owns a
172, yeah. He's supposed to.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is a story here where well, I'm having breakfast with Alex, and it's what he does here with his eggs. So we had to do an investigation with CSI here and figured out why I kept watching what he was doing with his eggs. We have to, every time he comes to breakfast, that's what he does. So now this is you in Kuwait after
This is when this first flight to Kuwait airplane after war. Runway was, you know, a bomb, you know, have hole, so they fix up runway, no electricity, no nothing, visual approach through maybe dozen or hundred fire smoke, you know, in sky. So this is what how it looks terminal. We bring over there two generator for electricity from Stansted, from England.
yeah, fantastic. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording here, and then we're going to open things up for questions here.